Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. This time with another Bockbier from Bavaria. This is from the Fischer Brauerei located in the town Greuth in Erlangen-Hochstadt region in Mittelfranken, just north of Nuremberg and south of Bamberg. And it's a small brewery, founded 1702, and of all the beers that I've been reviewing on my channel, this is one of the ones that is most hard to find information about. One of those few breweries that not is having their own website, giving the smallest kind of feeling to it when I've been trying to do my research about it. Seems like it's very, very small and almost doesn't have any employees at all. But that's an interesting thing for me. And also that it's a Bockbier. It's of course the only beer from this brewery that I'm having. Was very hard to find this one, but I managed to find it anyway in Germany, of course. Bockbier is an interesting beer style. I haven't had so many Bockbiers on the channel. Bockbier is a stronger lager beer style, around 6% volume of alcohol. Could be pale or dark. Usually it's brewed during Easter, and it's got its mainly it came from the town Einbeck in close to Hanover. I'm gonna give you, of course, some information about this brewery, the information that I found. Fischer is, as I mentioned, a small brewery, and Gasthof, founded 1702, located in Greuth in Hochstadt Landkreis in Mittelfranken, in north of Bavaria. Brewer is Norbert Fischer. The brewery also have a Biergarten, which is something that breweries normally is having, private breweries in this area, a beer garden where they serve the fresh brewed beer to the visitors. I do have a link to the town's website section about this brewery. So the brewery, as I mentioned, doesn't have a website on their own, but the town Greuth is having a website, and one part of their website is about this brewery. So I'll link to that in the description box below. Of course, I'm gonna read all information that was available there, because that's all the information that I have. The things that I've been reading this far is just things I've been finding from different places. They do have they are brewing some different beer styles: Lagerbier, Rauchbier, Hefeweizen, Kellerbier, and Bockbier. And over to the information that I found on this town's website. Gasthof, Fischer Brewery in Greuth. The history of the Fischer Brewery goes back to the 18th century. The Fischer Brewery in Greuth can therefore look back to an over 310 years of brewing tradition. Home-style cuisine is offered in the inn and in the beer garden, of course, with many Franconian specialties such as Schäuferla, Schweinebraten, which is roast pork, Wildgeflügel, which is poultry, Karpfen, Pfefferkarpfen, Karpfenfilet, Karpfen aus eigener Zucht, sowie fränkische Brotzeiten, which is carp and pepper carp and carp fillet and carp from our own breeding, as well as Franconian snacks. The beers of the Fischer Brewery are available from the brewery in the restaurant, in the beer garden, and in selected beverage markets. The types are Lagerbier, Kellerbier, Rauchbier, Weizen, and Bockbier. There are sufficient parking spaces directly in front of the restaurant. The barrier-free access takes you to all areas of the restaurant and the beer garden. It's a pleasure to have you here. So, not that much information, but that's something that makes it interesting. Of course, I'm gonna show you the label too. You see that it's the tall label. They have the Bügelverschlossung, and if you're gonna have the Bügelverschlossung, the bottle needs to be tall because of the opening process. And that's a good thing. Keep the beer fresh in a special way. Usually, as I've been calling it, the thicker bottles that are not that tall but a little bit thicker are often the ones that is seen from small Bavarian brewers like this one. But this brewery is having the tall bottle and the Bügelverschlossung, and a bottle label which is not very fancy or modern. It looks like this, and as you can see, it's very cheap in my opinion. Seems like something that is very easily made. And here is Bockbier, and there, I don't know if it's called logo, but it's just the logo from the brewery association, I would say, if I remember correctly. Bockbier 7.0 volume aus Wasser, Malz und Hopfen. Umweltfreundliche Mehrwegpfandflasche gebraut nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot von 1516. Brauerei Fischer, Greuth. Bei Rückgabe Flasche bitte nicht verschließen. Zutaten: Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen. Brauerei Norbert, Fischer, Greuth. And the telephone number, not a link to a brewer's website, of course, since they don't have any website, only a telephone number, which is also typical for the region. It seems like that they prefer telephone instead of the modern internet. Seems a little bit odd for a Swede like me, who is more used to internet than telephones, but anyway. Kühl- und Dunkellagern vor Erwärmung schützen. Yeah, that's just the normal information. No back label, as you can see. Just very cheap looking, but not in the way that the quality of the beer should be cheap. Definitely not. It's the opposite. They put their time into brewing good beers instead of put their time into doing fancy labels. So I have high expectations of this one. Feels like a craftsmanship behind this one. And I've been longing for this one because it's such a small brewery, and therefore it's going to be especially interesting to try it. Brauerei Fischer, located in Greuth, and their Bockbier. So let's plop this one up. Nice plop there. You see the smoke. Let's pour it up. There we have it. The Bockbier from Greuth, Brauerei Fischer. Looks very amber. I didn't know if it was gonna be pale or dark, but it was dark. Nice, compact, white crown, of course. The right thing to do to keep the right taste in the glass. You see that it's very amber and dark. If I look at it with a light behind, I see that it's small bubbles rises up, and I see that it's very amber red. Let's get the aroma of this one. I bet it's gonna be really malty, just the way you expect from a dark Bockbier. Real fresh and malty, yes. Really, really great with something different comparing to the normal Helles. Yeah, really malty and nice. I love these Bockbiers. So this one is gonna be great to try. So malty and nice. Of course, the Bavarian purity law, only 3 ingredients. Let's try it. The Bockbier from Brauerei Fischer. Prost! This one is nice. Really malty, really strong, dark aftertaste. Might not be the first one for you to try who is more into pale beers, because it's easy to feel that it's quite typical for the style, the dark Bockbiers. Something that I guess fit better in the colder season of the year. Usually people recommend more pale beers like Pils and Helles for summertime, and the darker, maltier ones more not that easy to drink beers for the winter season. This is a beer that has to take its time, in my opinion. It's a good Bockbier, in my opinion. It's got what you could expect from a great Bavarian traditional brewery, and their Bockbier, which is a very traditional German beer style, and as I said, always interesting with something else comparing to the normal Helles, and this is a great one. That's it for now. That's the Bockbier from Brauerei Fischer, located in Greuth, in Mittelfranken in Bavaria. It's a great Bockbier. Something I recommend. Might not be easy to find for you, but especially not now when the borders are closed. But hopefully this crisis is over one day in the future, so the borders could be open, so we can travel to Bavaria and drink these fantastic beers again. The only possible solution to receive an end of the crisis is that a vaccine is being found. I don't know the chances of that, but of course we all hope. The whole world is going to live in great happiness if that is being achieved. This is the look of the label, as I did show you before. Easier to hold it when it's not beer in it. Cheap looking, but great taste. Brauerei Fischer and their Bockbier. As I have been saying before, I enjoy to do these reviews. It's the thing that I am looking forward to during the days. I love to drink these fantastic German beers. Hope you'll like my channel, continue to follow it for more interesting beer reviews, and see you again in the next German beer review.